Hi, and welcome to What's Cooking Show. I'm your host today, Joey Quibido with Piggly Wiggly and Opelousas.
And I'm Chef Jason Huguet from the Steamboat Warehouse, located in Washington, Louisiana.
And we have a very special guest today. It's our own Jason Huguet, and he's going to be making us a wonderful dessert today. Jason, tell us what we're doing.
Joey, today we're going to make a very simple dessert. It's light, it's not really heavy. That's why I like it a lot. And it's called panna cotta. It's an Italian dessert. And I also have a very nice little surprise for me and you on the last segment. So we have to check that out.
That's it. So join us back for more What's Cooking with Jason do a wonderful dessert for us. Welcome everybody back to the show. Again, we have Jason's doing a really special Italian dessert for us today called panna cotta. Jason, where do we begin?
Joey, earlier we put these blackberries in this little Maglite pot. And we're going to start that now because it's going to take a little bit longer than anything else. So we have blackberries right here. That's about 3 pounds, something around that. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some sugar. And as simple as this is, all this is blackberries over like a medium heat. You can see we've already got some liquid coming out of it. So we're going to add some sugar to it. This is 2 cups right here. We're going to add most of this. And we're going to taste it later on and see if it's enough. If not, we'll put a little more.
Okay, great.
So let's just let that go for a little while. And basically what we're doing on this, to these blackberries, we're going to do, this is how we were talking about earlier. This is pretty much how you make blackberry jelly. The only difference is we're not going to add any gelatin to it to bind it.
Okay, great. Fantastic.
So we're going to let that go for a little while, kick up the heat just a little bit. And in this pot right here, we want to go ahead and let's get that going, get it lit. Put that on a medium flame as well. So to make this panna cotta is very, very simple. There's only 4 ingredients. And what we're going to start with is 3 cups of heavy cream.
Okay.
So we put our heavy cream in here and get all that out of there. Next, we want to put, we have a 1/3 cup of regular granulated sugar.
Okay.
So we're going to put some of that in there. Next step is we want to take some vanilla extract. You could substitute almond extract if you wanted, something like that, but I think this one works out perfect. So we're going to put 1.5 teaspoons. So let's go ahead and put 1 teaspoon with our little measuring spoon. And we have a half teaspoon.
I think it's the first time I've ever seen you with measuring spoons.
Usually it's a pinch here, a pinch there, something like that. It's very simple. And we eyeball it, but something like this, you kind of really want to be kind of exact.
Oh, okay.
So
Is that kind of dish where?
Yes.
Okay, I got it.
So here we have our 3 main ingredients. And to show you how simple this is, all we're going to do now is we're going to add 1 pack of gelatin, powdered gelatin, unflavored. And then once we add this to it, you want to kind of disperse it. Now the key to this dessert, or this step, is you never want to bring it to a simmer. You don't want to boil it or anything like that. All you want to do is get it warm enough to where it's going to dissolve, the sugar will dissolve, and so will the gelatin.
Oh, okay.
And you want to whisk that and make sure it's all dissolved and well dispersed in there, because if not, it won't really set. What we're going to do, once this comes up to temp and everything is where we want it to be, we're going to put it in some 4 ramekins.
Okay.
This batch that we're making today will make about 9 4-ounce ramekins. Depending on how you want to serve it, you can actually put these in a wine glass, a martini glass. If you want to eat it out of a pretty, decorative serving piece.
Yeah, martini glass would be really nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then you can, garnish it any way you want. The ramekins, to me, if you do it right, and it's a little tough, but if you do it right, you can flip it over on your plate in the center, like a flan, whatever. And you can decorate it, and it makes for a nicer presentation, in my opinion. You can do some things to it to make it really nice. But what you want to do either way, however you decide to do it, you want to refrigerate it as soon as you're done, and you portion it out in whichever way you decide. You want to put it in the refrigerator, and you need to refrigerate it at least 4 hours to let the gelatin set. Best is overnight if possible, like it's something, you know, if you have a little dinner party or something, some friends coming over tomorrow, then you can make it ahead of time and then just actually serve it the next day, and you garnish it right before you serve it, things like that. I'm going to show you how we do ours in the next segment.
Great,
but,
fantastic.
So,
let's speak about all the ingredients that Jason's using here today. Can be found at your local Piggly Wiggly stores. 2 locations in Opelousas.
8410 Highway 182 North, or 1305 Heather Drive.
That's correct, and our sister store in Simsport at
16229 Highway 1,
you got
Simsport.
And we also got other locations around here in Acadiana. We want to talk about the one in Scott, on Cameron Street in Scott.
And there's one in Rain.
There's in South Adams Street in Rain. All your local Piggly Wiggly stores are here to help you, and anything that we can do for you as a group, please let us know. We'll be glad to do whatever we can to earn y'all business.
You know, to me, the thing is, there's some places around here, larger places, people are always complaining about the waiting lines. I'm not gonna mention names. I think you know what I'm talking about. I was thinking yesterday, why would anybody want to go to these big stores, not just go? Every time I go to Pig, there's always plenty enough registers open, and you get in and out. There's not a big waiting line.
That's right.
You know, that's another perk other than, you know, the service and the quality stuff that y'all provide.
And that's what we train as managers also. And you know, if we're looking up and we see that line backing up, the managers go open the registers.
Yeah.
You know,
I've seen that before. I've seen that happen.
Or we make sure that, you know, everybody's there to, you know, we've got people that are trained to run registers. They might be bagging groceries or whatever, but they also trained to do the registers too. So, you know, get everybody, because I mean, time is very valuable to everybody these days. Very, very valuable. So we're going to go ahead and take a short break, and we're going to come back, and Jason's going to do the second part of his wonderful dessert coming up. So join us back for more What's Cooking in just a few seconds. Welcome back to the show, everybody. Again, we have Jason here with the Steamboat Warehouse Restaurant in Washington, making us a wonderful Italian dessert. And we about halfway through. Jason, where are we at now?
Well, first of all, you can smell the blackberries cooking down, like we were talking about earlier. The years when you were younger, and it brings back some memories of jelly making in the kitchen. Also, our panna cotta everything's dissolved. It's where we want it to be. It didn't take us long at all. So what I want to do real quickly is show everyone at home how you would want to, the proper procedure if you want to do it in ramekins, how it would be. Again, like we said earlier, you can use any type of pretty glass, a wine glass, something like that, you know, martini glass. But today we're going to show everyone how to do the ramekins. So you want to take some kind of pan coating, any kind of nonstick spray. And I want to make sure that I spray the inside, and you don't want to get too much. But you want to make sure you get the sides and the bottom, because that's what's going to stick when you're trying to remove it. So after that, it's a 4-ounce ramekin. We have a 4-ounce ladle. So you just want to kind of get these little bubbles out of the way. And just ladle it in there. And we're going to put a little bit more. There you go. And what we would do is take a plate. So we can put these in the refrigerator. We're going to do the next 2.
And this recipe is so simple. I mean,
very simple.
It's foolproof.
Very simple. Like, I don't know if I said this before, but the simplest thing sometimes to me is better than complicating it with all these other ingredients and complicated instructions that is unnecessary.
That's true.
This is another recipe that proves that difficulty doesn't mean it's better, as far as flavor-wise. So we have our 3 ramekins full, and we're going to go ahead and put these, Joey, into our refrigerator.
Okay.
Just so we would let these set. And like I said before, we would normally, you want to let them go at least 4 hours and let them kind of, the gelatin actually set, preferably overnight. But if it's possible, I've done it in 4 or 5 hours and served it and had it, it's perfect. It's fine. You don't want to take these out of the refrigerator too soon before you serve them, because the room temp starts to make them a little bit softer. And you want to kind of actually take these out of ramekins right away, like right before you're serving them. So it helps it to keep its shape and hold it nice.
Stay firm and stuff.
Yep.
And speaking about recipes, if you can get a copy of this recipe or any other recipe that's done on our show, you can go to our website at kdcg.com and click on the What's Cooking show. And this one will be, I'm sure, coming up soon. Steve's taking
Today.
Yeah.
Well,
Steve's gonna be taking care of it very soon.
let's say that.
And he's taking care of all of our recipes. Really, really nice job on the website. You can watch some of our things on YouTube. And or if you want a copy of the recipe, come by your local Piggly Wiggly stores with the 2 locations in Opelousas, 8410 Highway 182 North, or
1305 Heather Drive.
and the one in Simsport.
If you just happen to be in Simsport, go to 16229 Highway 1.
And they'll take care of you up there too, no problem.
Well, Joey, okay, while we're talking about how to put this dessert into the ramekins and serving them and everything, I happen to have brought some that's already done, since it needs 4 hours plus to set. So to show everybody what it looks like, I got some that's already made.
Okay.
So right here, move this out the way, maybe we can see a little better. But right here we have one that we've plated up earlier. And we have some fresh mint from the herb garden at Steamboat. I put it with a little bit of whipped topping on the side, just for a little bit added decoration. And what I've done is I've taken this mixture right here with the blackberries, where we're making our syrup. This at home, you would strain this, and what I did was cook it down just a little bit further, kind of reduce it, and I put it in a little squeeze bottle and refrigerate it, because it's going on a dessert. I don't want a hot sauce on it. So I'm just going to show you real quick how we're going to squeeze out a little bit. And it's a little pretty little design.
Very nice.
Very simple. So there you have panna cotta. You can make it. The prep time on it is, and between prepping and actually having them in the refrigerator starting to set is 30 minutes tops. You know, maybe 20, 25 minutes you can get away with it. And the outcome, you know, it looks like a nice little elegant dessert.
Yes, sure does.
So for as simple as it is, you can actually make your friends believe that this is a very difficult thing. And, you know, if you choose to present it or serve it in a different manner, such as, like we said, martini glass, anything, you may have some kind of old antique type of glassware or something, you may serve it in that.
Plate or something, yeah.
So there would be no removing it and flipping it over and all that stuff. So it'd be very simple. So basically, once you put it in the refrigerator, you're done. So very simple dessert,
Very
elegant, nice, very nice. So
a lot of fresh ingredients too. Yeah,
exactly.
Very, very nice. In fact, you need to tell us about the Steamboat. What's going on in the Steamboat these days?
Oh, well, the Steamboat, we have, always have our little specials going on, and what I pride myself in is actually getting some items, whether it be from local areas or whether it be from Hawaii. Sometimes we get fresh fish overnight, which still kind of blows my mind a little bit. But we get fish from Hawaii flown overnight, fresh, never frozen. And having things that you can't just go right down the road to another restaurant and get, it keeps it exciting. You know, it keeps it different,
items,
new, different, exciting. And that's what I try to do the most. That way our regular customers, they don't get bored with the regular menu. There's always something for them to try. And
there's always something, because I mean, I was there Saturday night, and the special was surf and turf, and it was a wonderful dish, really, really was. So we're gonna go ahead and take another short break, and Jason's got a special surprise for us, so I'm kind of waiting to see exactly what it is. But join us back for more What's Cooking in just a few minutes. Welcome back to the show, everybody. Again, Jason made us a really nice Italian dessert with some wonderful fresh blackberries and stuff. And we had played up during the last part of the show and stuff. Jason, why don't you show everybody at home how you got your dessert out of the ramekin?
Well, as we talked about before, the main part is making sure that you spray it or grease it with some melted butter or something like that beforehand. That's the biggest thing to remember, most important thing. But once you have it and it's solid, you can see it's not coming out. We're gonna take a very sharp paring knife. You gotta make sure it's really sharp. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna come down here and run it along the edges really, really easily, and try not to go too fast. And once you come all the way around, we're gonna take our plate and we're just gonna try to put it out
There
like
we
so.
go.
Very simple.
Very, very simple.
May look a little difficult, but if you if you grease it right and make sure your ramekins are prepped properly, it doesn't take much to.
It's a done job.
And then once you have it at this state, you can decorate it however you want. What I didn't mention earlier is, yes, we're putting a blackberry glaze on this panna cotta, but you could actually put anything you want on it. I've had friends of mine call for the recipe, put fig preserves on it and said it was amazing. I've actually tried it with a raspberry glaze. We tried it with blackberry glaze like we did today, and all the ones we tried, I preferred the blackberry, as long as it's sweet enough. The sugar you add into the blackberries, you add in so much because the blackberries are tart in itself. So once you need enough to balance it out, and then you want a little more to make it sweet. We actually tried it with just some plain old Hershey's chocolate syrup, and it was delicious.
I'm sure.
So, you know, you can, in the store, you can buy the Hershey's strawberry. You can put that on it. If you want to make your own strawberry syrup like we did today, just substitute strawberries. Be the same thing. All you want to do is strain this. It's the only thing, this pot is different than from what we would finish with at Steamboat. The only thing left to do now is to strain it.
To strain it,
and that's it. You don't want all those little seeds in there where it has to be smooth and everything like that. So I got a little special surprise.
All right, that's a good time.
I love surprises. Okay, so we have, first of all, let me pull this out. I'll tell you about that in a minute.
Whoa.
And I brought some, this is a very, it's not a inexpensive champagne. It's not super expensive, but this is a little quarter bottle of Moet and Chandon Brut.
That's
and
good stuff.
I tell you what, if you want to open one of those,
Sure.
some really good stuff. It is rather expensive for the quarter bottle. It's like $20. It's like,
wow.
Yeah, it's expensive. So go ahead and, I tell you what, go ahead and pour you a little bit.
Okay.
Save you a little bit of room because we're gonna add some other ingredients.
Now this is interesting.
This is one of the best little summer drinks. So especially like, you know, for mom or something, you want to treat her or your wife or girlfriend. So hold on, yours got more than me.
I
so
see
hold
that.
on,
Like, did I pour too much?
No, that's perfect.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do is take some of the syrup that we had from before. We just chilled some a second ago, and we're gonna add a little bit of that. So basically, what we have is just a blackberry infused champagne. Once again, simple. I mean, this is ingredient. This is stuff we already have. So we're just kind of using them for other purposes. Next, we have for our garnish, we have some blackberries on a little skewer that I put with some fresh mint. The mint kind of helps it, gives it a little bit of like a little freshness to it. So we're gonna put that in there, and we're gonna stir this up a little bit, just kind of a little stir it. And you can just make these for the summer if you have a little pool party or some kind of party.
Oh, that would be a nice pool party.
Very
thing.
simple.
Yeah.
And so, I mean,
We're gonna have to get Mitch
Nice,
to
like-
this recipe and stuff,
yeah.
because he's got that nice pool and everything. And
Well, first we need the invites, and then we'll make the champagne drinks.
hey,
for
you're
it.
right about that.
So
Sounds
just another
great.
drink. You know, we made Bloody Marys before on our show. We've actually made a few different types of drinks. We've had different types of wine that you and I have brought.
Martinis and
Martinis,
Yeah.
you know, things like that. So I figured while I'm making this, I have the syrup. Why don't we go ahead and make a nice little summer drink? Everybody likes champagne. I know some people who love champagne just with the berries in it, nothing included, nothing else, but you know, the little bit of light syrup in it, just a blackberry syrup. I mean,
it's
sugar
a
and
beautiful
blackberry.
show, and I mean, it was really nothing. You just
Very simple, and
champagne.
the mint, not only is it garnishes, but the mint that's dispersed underneath the champagne actually gives it another little light flavor, lemon flavor. I like a little clean mint. It's not just for toothpaste, you know.
That's right.
Or mouthwash. It's for other things too.
Definitely. In fact, fresh mint is also good in salads.
Yes.
We used to put them in the salads at Don's, and
especially in the summer, like you know, a nice little summer salad with a bit of fresh mint.
Yeah, we used to grow just like you grow your fresh herbs outside the steamboat. We grow some fresh mint and stuff behind the kitchen at Don's.
And with the rain lately, my little mint bushes have just so.
I bet you the basil and everything else is doing wonderful.
Oh yeah, we actually put some icicle radishes in there the other day, and they are one of my favorites. My grandpa used to grow those when I was a kid. Most people I talk to don't even know what that is, but it's just a radish. It just looks like a white, long icicle, and
almost like a carrot kind of looking.
Yes.
Yes.
It's almost like a parsnip-looking thing, but it's a radish.
Yep. Well, just to remind everybody at home, if you want a copy of this recipe or any other recipes done, you can go to our website and click on What's Cooking Show at kdcg.com.
It's bound to happen. It's bound to happen.
Later.
You did like 50 in a row with no mistakes, so.
Yeah, so I was due one, right?
You did well.
Or you can go to the local Piggly Wiggly stores in Opelousas and pick up your copies there at
8410 Highway 182 North,
or
1305 Heather Drive.
And if you're in the Simsport area.
Yes, 16229 Highway 1.
And again, come by your local Piggly Wiggly stores and pick up the fresh ingredients that Jason's used here today. We got like I said, the 3 we just mentioned. We also got the one in Rain on South Adams.
Yes.
And also they got the one on Scott on Cameron Street. Come by, you guys, our little special group of Piggly Wigglies. We would love to help you.
Depending on what area you're in, there's always one to serve you.
Always down the street.
You can get, it's just service from the local, smaller local places, other than the corporations, you know, like. So
local growers, I mean,
yes,
especially during the summer months, we use our own local growers around the area with the produce and stuff, and fish and stuff. We got our own garfish that comes in fresh to us, and crawfish, you know, crawfish season stuff.
Catfish too.
Catfish, yeah, definitely. And if you're in the Washington area, you can go by the steamboat and have dinner with Jason.
525 North Main Street. That's that address.
And what about your hours of operation?
We are open Tuesday through Thursday, 5 to 9:30 p.m. Friday and Saturday, 5 to 10:30 p.m. and Sundays, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., which is what I usually tell people is the best time to come. It's not as fast-paced. It's a little bit slower down. People are trying to relax. Get a mimosa, champagne, something like that, or Bloody Mary. Go sit on the back deck.
Oh, the Bloody Marys are wonderful.
Oh, man. And then right now, you know, it's right before it's getting too hot just yet, so you can sit out there on the bayou, enjoy yourself, get a nice meal. I even serve you an appetizer on the back deck.
Hey, can't ask for any more than that. Again, thank you all for watching the What's Cooking Show. If y'all like to be a guest chef on the show, please contact the station here at Delta Media at KDCG and talk to Miss Kathy. That's twice.
I jinxed you.
Talk to Miss Kathy. She would love to schedule a show with us. We tape on Tuesday mornings at 9 o'clock. So please, if you're interested, come. It's a half an hour free advertisement.
We also got some exciting things coming up. Stay tuned and watch.
Stay tuned. That's right. So talk to y'all next week when y'all come back to the What's Cooking Show.